Also reminds me of something recent-ish that Gabby Hannah said, I believe directed at me. It was while we were recording one of the first BAP episodes, and Gabby tweeted something like, I wish that I could harass them the way they harass me, but my audience doesn't care about them the way their audience cares about me, which is, of course, all kinds of vague, just like an insecure person would do, and also is categorically untrue. Have you seen how much your fans care about me? Arguably more than they care about you. But hearing Keem say that, just like before, I was like, oh, this sounds like Gabby putting something in Keem's ear. Now I'm hearing Keem put things in Gabby's ear. I think it's just kind of a loose speculation at this point, but it's just gross regardless. Who says shit like that? It's one thing to be like, I wish I could clap back. I wish that people wouldn't bully and harass me, etc. But to say, well, they do it, I want to do it. I want to bully and harass. Who the fuck says that?
I'm really hoping that I do this right and that there's a silver lining. Perhaps even that one of the channels picks up on this and I'm sorry, but sends the rest of the internet fucking back in her face. I don't ever wish this sort of stuff on people. I don't ever think people are evil or awful or bad, and I'm thinking that about her right now. I've never thought this of someone. I've never felt this way in my life. She is the meanest, nastiest person I have ever spoken to in my entire life. And I liked this girl. And I defended her at times.
So many thoughts, so many opinions. That was actually created by this Twitter user. They're cool. You should follow them. And I also have a lot of clips from HelloLeesh, and we're going to go over them today. But I need an intro. Let's take this, guys.
There's so much drama going on right now.
So let's go over that first one, shall we? Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Also reminds me of something recent-ish that Gabby Hannah said, I believe directed at me. It was.
I kind of skimmed through these clips already, and this whole Gabby Hannah tweeted at me theme comes up quite a lot. HelloLeesh seems to think that Gabby Hannah is really on her case, really on her ass, when in reality, I don't think I've ever seen Gabby Hannah mention her in forever. I've seen Jessie, and I've seen Rachel, and I've seen Alex, and I've seen Trisha, I've seen Gabby subtweet drama channels as a whole, but for some reason HelloLeesh thinks Gabby's specifically talking about her, which is, in a way, I guess when you see a subtweet, you got that confirmation bias already, where you're like, oh my god, that's about me, immediately, regardless. But it's just kind of weird to me that I've seen people subtweet at me and I didn't know it was about me until somebody said, yo bro, she's subtweeting about you. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. But let's carry on.
While we were recording one of the first BAP episodes, and Gabby tweeted something like, I wish that I could harass them the way they harass me.
So the reason why she thinks that Gabby tweeted at her was because the date she released an episode was the same date that Gabby tweeted, as if her episode was the only thing that was done that day, or her episode was the only thing online that day and nobody tweeted at Gabby at all that day, because I'm pretty sure she was talking about drama channels, T channels in general. But no, I mean, sure, we can go with it was just all about you. No, I mean, sure, whatever.
Well, they do it, I want to do it. I want to bully and harass. Who the fuck says that?
I'm really hoping that I do this right and that there's a silver lining. Perhaps even that one of the channels picks up on this and I'm sorry, but sends the rest of the internet fucking back in her face.
So that one, like, I really want to bully and harass. The funny thing about that second clip was it was her live stream, HelloLeesh's live stream. She premiered it at a later date, and I actually saw the premiere, and when the premiere happened, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you're going through this. You know, I donated to her, you know, and I felt bad for her until she's, how do I say this in a way? Well, until she started becoming the bully and the harasser, point blank, because plenty of people make bank off of Gabby Hannah, which is fine. Grab your bag, I don't care. But I haven't seen people do it to such an extent as HelloLeesh does. Like, Gabby Hannah can tell everybody else, you're obsessed with me, and I'd be like, I don't think they're obsessed with you, they're just making videos. But when it comes to HelloLeesh, it's like, God damn. Like, while Gabby's going through her dramas and her shit, I can understand that. But when she's not doing anything except for painting and posting her paintings, it's like, don't think that's much of a conversation of topic or anything. It's like, even if Gabby isn't doing anything, if anybody, and I mean anybody, whether it's Gabby fans or anybody, talks about Gabby, boom, Gabby content. Really? I don't know. It's weird. It is what it is, but that's my opinion. Just my opinion. I just think it's a little weird.
Talking about Gabby Hannah, because at least in the time that I followed her online, I have found her to be, and this is in no way meant to dehumanize her, but just a fascinating case study in so many different facets of human behavior and morals and ethics and responsibility and all the things that we love to discuss on channels like mine. And with every new episode, there's something new to talk about. And oftentimes it is something very important to talk about. And so that is to say that we are going to be talking about very important things, some potentially triggering things. So I do want to warn you that
So it seems like it started with her talking about Gabby Hannah as a case study, and then became her talking about Gabby Hannah to talk about Gabby Hannah regardless of what's going on with Gabby Hannah. And understandably, I'm gonna reiterate, understandably, get that bag, but at least do it in a different way. Because now it seems like you're not talking about Gabby Hannah because you have an actual issue about Gabby Hannah. You're talking about Gabby Hannah because your audience wants you to talk about Gabby Hannah and only Gabby Hannah, Gabby Hannah, Gabby Hannah, Gabby Hannah, Gabby Hannah. Gabby Hannah all day, every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We talk about Gabby Hannah on this channel. This is the Gabby Hannah channel. Granted, for a little bit, I was the Creepshow Art channel. And in turn became like the Odessa channel. So I understand. But at that time, I had stuff to talk about. There were things to talk about. There were things that were happening. My last 2 episodes, I pushed out because I had to. Because she talked shit on Tipster. She talked shit on Truthful. And I wanted to make videos about it. But other than that, no. She's doing her own thing, Odessa. Do you? You're doing good. She's doing her own thing. She's living her life, whatnot. Creepshow's still gone. But when she comes back, girl, you know, I'll be right there. I'll be right there to talk about it. Anyways, but that's what it seems like. It seems like you're not talking about Gabby Hannah because you have an issue with Gabby Hannah. You're talking about Gabby Hannah because you've curated your audience to talk about Gabby Hannah and only Gabby Hannah. But again, my opinion.
Talking directly to me. And so I showed a clip that I'd recorded. I recorded a video about Gabby about this whole sentiment, the whole "it's so funny, my name makes you lots of money" or whatever the lyric is that's about me. I talked about it in a video that I ended up not posting, but in that video, and I showed the clip with the timestamp and everything, and it said, I know she's not talking to me, but she's not talking to me. And it's by the same logic that that she was talking about Trisha Paytas. So it's funny. It is funny. Trisha's name makes you lots of money. I saw that like 900K views on that podcast, girl. Like, no, you're not fooling anybody. Hey, Leah.
What the fuck? I hadn't actually watched that one. I forgot about it. What the fuck? No, you're not talking about me, but you're talking to me. What? She's talking about lots of people. Lots of people. It has nothing to do. I don't think she even remembers who you are. Let's just be honest with each other. Let's be honest with the objective view of things, okay? I really don't think that she remembers who you are. I don't think she pays attention to you. Why? Because you're not as big as the other people who talk shit on her. Sorry. I think the only person she's ever referencing, the only people she's referencing are the people she called out in her Bianca Devins video. I think those are the people she's talking about. I don't think she's talking about you at all, honestly. And I know that that's gonna be like a non-mute or a debate that you can't really have because it's based on opinion. Because when it comes to it, facts of the matter of she named other people. She's never named you. So you are just assuming that everything is about you. But the fact of the matter is, she's never named you. Ever. Ever. Not recently anyway. Not previously. Not a year after your shit. I don't think she's ever named you at all. Not with love. If I'm wrong, show me. Tell me. Show me. I want to be wrong. Let me be wrong. Show me where she named you after your first initial and only real drama with each other. Because I would love to see that. But she did name other people. She named quite a few other people. Just not you. Which to me proves that she doesn't know who you are anymore. She's totally forgotten about you. So it is what it is. It happens. Next clip.
While there can be conversations around just how silly it might be for, as an example, not thinking anyone in particular, I'm being sarcastic, but if you are a decently known creator and you go out of your way to find a small creator's tweets about you that don't even at you, and you comment coward and then block that person, and they have no idea until they go and they're recording a video about the whole situation, they see that they're blocked. That's laugh worthy. I'm gonna
even on Twitter. Oh my god, was that a Gabby Hannah laugh? The pipeline. No. I didn't. I don't like your laugh. Don't let me laugh like Gabby Hannah. No, take it away. I'm gonna keep it in there, but take it away. Anyways, I love that HelloLeesh loves to use the whole, oh, I'm a smaller creator. Why does my opinion even matter to you? While simultaneously saying Gabby Hannah is obsessed with her, always talks about her, it's always about HelloLeesh. It just doesn't make sense. Like, and then there's the fact that, oh, I'm a smaller creator, don't respond to me, don't, and yet, I'm a 400 subscribe, like 445 I think I'm at, 454, I don't know. I'm that number subscriber, and I have a similar number of follows on Twitter. Follow me, yes? Peace, uwu. Anyways, and she responds to me all the time. Jen Dent responds to fucking, ooh, nope. We're not talking about Jen Dent. We're not talking about her. We don't want to talk about Jen Dent. We don't want to invite that. No. Anyways, don't say, oh, I'm a smaller creator. You went out of your way to find my tweets, even though I didn't at you, where we just went over you thinking a tweet that you weren't tagged in, that most likely had nothing to do with you, was about you, and that she responded to that. Like, what? Don't think she's talking about you. I'm sorry. I know it's heartbreaking, and I know it kind of ruins your whole channel to know that Gabby Hannah probably has forgotten about you, but But she's forgotten about you. That's peace and love.
Monica says, so funny that you need to explain because it's rudimentary. They just don't want to hear it. Anyone with mental faculties gets the sentiment. I wonder if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, but yeah, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot, because I will read you for filth. I will. And I don't mean to sit here and sound like I'm just like some mean girl, but don't condescend me. Don't come to my chat and then have me prove my point, and then when I do, just be like, okay. Like, no, don't talk to me like I'm stupid, because I'm wearing my glasses, and that lets you know that I'm not.
Ooh, lot of step back. Now if you ever find this, HelloLeesh, I know that I sound like I'm condescending to you, but I'm not. I'm really not. I care. Yeah? Just like the people who sent the welfare check on Gabby Hannah, I'm doing this because I care. Just like your videos on Gabby Hannah, I'm doing it because I care. Yes? Yes, we care. Got it? Anyways, I don't understand this. Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. And yet, you talk to everyone. From what I've seen, everyone that doesn't agree with you, you speak to them like they're an idiot. Now, we've had conversations when I paid you to pay attention to me, which is fine. I do it on purpose, I don't mind. But we've had conversations during your lives, and we've been fair to each other. You've understood my points and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always open to understand somebody's points. But I think that there's a comprehension issue here, where when it comes to text, it's very hard to decipher and determine intent and feeling when it comes to reading a tweet. I got something in my eye. Anyway, and it's kind of hypocritical for someone who's constantly bitching at other creators and being a bitch to other creators and condescending to other creators, and not just creators, but other people, to say, don't be condescending to me. You know what I mean? It's, you get back what you dish out.
Oh, I thought you were saying Leash wants to flex power over Gabby. It's like, I actually have power over her, and I should not.
Well, that was a short one. Actually, I don't think you have any power over Gabby. You know who does have power over Gabby, actually? Is Jessie. Really, that's the only person that does. Because that's the only big drama that will follow her forever. She's right, it will. It will follow her forever and ever, regardless. She can go off and completely go offline, and it would follow her. Because it doesn't matter. That's gonna happen all the time. You type in Gabby Hannah in Google, the first thing that pops up is that situation. So, safe to say, I think the only person that really has power over Gabby Hannah is Jessie Smiles and all her fans. You have just as much power over Gabby Hannah as I do. Because, like I said, I really don't think she even remembers who you are or remembers your drama. And the only people that are talking about your drama with Gabby Hannah is me and you and the people watching this to hate watch on you and the people watching this to hate watch on me. And pretty much it. Like, anybody that you call out is talking about you, has nothing to do with Gabby Hannah, which we'll get into. But yeah, that's quite funny how you think that you have so much power. Because that's it's another thing that people like to criticize Gabby over. How much she thinks she's better than everyone else. And that's what you just came off as. Thinking that you're better than somebody when you're not better than anybody. Nobody's better than anybody. HelloLeesh. #facts.
Me. Tweet about me is on the level of being disguised as a tweet about Britney Spears. That's how much power I have in Gabby Hannah's life. Is that she was, no, I have more power than Britney Spears because she was actually tweeting about me and pretending that it was about Britney Spears, and then somebody called her on that shit. Because she incriminated, you know how she loves to say you're like exposing yourself, you're like incriminating yourself. You incriminated yourself by saying, yep, they are just jealous of me and my success. And just to, before I end this stream, I would not, you could offer me $1 million, I would not trade places with Gabby Hannah. I don't even know that I would do it for a day.
Stop it. No. Stop it short. There was like 5 seconds left in that, so I'm gonna stop it short. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I was trying not to laugh. I was really trying not to laugh. Oh. No, honey. No. It was, oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That is something else. Did you really think that tweet was about you and not her comparing herself to Britney Spears during the Britney Spears #free Britney thing? Are you serious? Wow. Just wow. Wow. That's all I gotta say about that is just wow. What? We don't call people crazy. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying that statement is a little crazy.
Perfect. They're not going to get better. She's not going to become a better person. She's not going to get better at the way she treats people. She's going to continue to be an asshole. And this is the first time that I'm publicly calling her a name. She is an asshole to people. And she has been one to me a good bit. If you're gonna try to take my sobriety, I reserve the right to say that you act like an asshole. So, no, she's not gonna get better anytime soon as long as she thinks that she's found herself within 6 months of a mental breakdown without any intensive therapy, but okay.
If my camera just shut off, so I don't know where it cut off. I'm not watching it. So let's get back to where I think it fell off at. I don't know if you desperately want her to want to talk about you, or if you desperately want her to be constantly thinking about you, or it's just an act for your audience, and it's really confusing to me. But if it's a matter of you just, I don't know. Facts are the facts are the facts. Gabby Hannah doesn't remember you. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to bring it to you like that. But just in case it cut out, when my camera cut out, let me reiterate. If you really want to believe that Gabby Hannah was responsible for you falling off the wagon, then it's more of a matter of she has power over you that she shouldn't. And maybe you should get some therapy about that. Yes? And maybe wait more than 6 months, as you said, because you can't have a mental breakdown and then come back like everything's fine. You need intensive therapy, right? If Gabby Hannah's the sole reason that you fell off the wagon, that seems like a you problem, not a Gabby Hannah problem.
Realize how destructive it is to believe your victimhood. I started to feel bad for her, and then I realized how destructive it is because it allows you to behave badly, to hurt other people, to always feel justified in doing so, and to never, but another thing they said about narcissistic behavior is that it's almost impossible to recognize that you've done wrong, and therefore impossible. It is self-annihilation to look inside, recognize you've done wrong, and apologize. And so I'll never get an apology. And none of us who've been a victim of Gabby Hannah are ever going to get an apology. Unless she gets some serious help, which I've been waiting for that day to come. So I think I find it super fucking ironic that she uses words like sociopath and narcissistic and all that when you guys have not heard me call her that. The closest thing I've said was today in this live stream when I said I have heard some psychologists
reference her behavior as narcissistic.
I'm safe to say that she was talking about Gabby Hannah in that situation, but it seemed like she was also talking about herself. Because she doesn't think it's wrong to continue talking about Gabby Hannah, even though nobody's talking about Gabby Hannah. And her reason for that is because of people like me. Or, fans. Fans are talking to her about Gabby Hannah. So I'm gonna make a video about Gabby Hannah because somebody said Gabby Hannah in my replies. That I think it's wrong. I think the amount of Gabby Hannah content you have is wrong, and you don't think so. So there's one. Two, constantly bashing somebody without cause, because your only personal situation that you had with Gabby really boils down to she stopped talking to you. You told her you were going to make a video explaining why you guys stopped talking or whatnot, whatever, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm sure it matters to you, but it doesn't matter to anybody else. And then she sent her fans after you. Do you like it when people do air quotes for you? Sent her fans? Did she say, go and attack HelloLeesh? Or did you just comprehend it that way? You see what I'm saying? Do you understand how it feels for someone to not understand where you're coming from and to take what you say and twist it into another narrative that you didn't mean? Okay? Because facts are the facts. Unless Gabby said, hey fans, go and attack this person, her fans going and attacking you had nothing to do with her.
So I started to have this empathy for her again after the situation, which, mind you, she never acknowledged it. She never apologized for what she did to me in June. And so I don't accept anybody calling me obsessed. That wound, it was created and it's remained open, and those stands continue to pour salt in it, and I've never had a chance to have that reconciled. So every time one of them calls me obsessed, I'm gonna have another reason to make a video about her.
Yes, that thing that happened in June. That one thing that happened in June and was never again brought up by Gabby Hannah is so painful for you. I can go on about all the other people who have been affected by Gabby Hannah that she had just recently stopped talking about, who deserve an apology far more than you. So your whole the wound is still there bullshit is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it like I see it. And the fact that stans are the reason why you want to continue talking about her. So does that mean because of this video, you're going to start talking about her again? And you're going to make another video about her because I made a video about you? This video has little to do with Gabby Hannah and a lot to do with you. So I think it's fair to say that I need to point it out like that for you. This video that I'm making has little to do with Gabby Hannah and a lot to do with you. So let's just clarify that right now. So when you make your video about this video, don't make it, oh, Gabby Hannah sent her. Gabby Hannah has never talked to me at all. She hasn't responded to anything I said on Twitter. She hasn't liked any of my posts. So let's just set that straight. Gabby Hannah isn't putting words in my mouth like you like to say that she is with everybody else. This video is me responding to actions from you. Okay? So let's get into some more, not so much clips, as a tweet that really spurred this video of mine. Gabby Hannah and the tabloids. Why do straight white men get a pass? Ask me anything. So, really funny about this. And I'm just gonna go through it and tell you guys what happened. So, according to HelloLeesh, Gabby Hannah said, "Hey Keemstar, let me go on your podcast, and this is what we'll say, okay? And hey, Nicholas Diorio and Vega and Turkey Tom, I'm gonna go on your podcast, and here's what I'll say, yes? And you guys are cool, okay? But what HelloLeesh also fails to mention, that online, when it comes to YouTube creators of a decent size, they're the loudest people standing up for Gabby Hannah. So it's not about straight white men. It's about, hey, here's this person who sees what's being done to me in Gabby Hannah's mind. This is me thinking like Gabby Hannah. Here's these group of people. Doesn't matter sex, nothing. Here's this group of people who actually do have a pretty big voice, and they're standing up for me. They're sticking up for me. So HelloLeesh, let me ask you, do you know of any decently sized creators who are female who stick up for Gabby Hannah? Do you? Because I don't. I see other people, I see smaller creators, I see people on Twitter, but I don't see decently sized creators with a voice who are female sticking up for Gabby Hannah. But if you guys find them, by all means, let me know, because I'll support them. Because this girl is getting so much shit, and people are putting so much energy into hating her, and she hasn't even committed a crime. All she is a bitch. That's it. She's just a bitch who, like, you can go after her personality all day long, but she's never diddled a kid. She's never essayed somebody or R-worded anybody. She's never groomed anybody. Like, what the fuck? And so many people are just keep putting in so much energy. And I actually told one Twitter user, I was like, why are you putting so much energy into Gabby Hannah when there's still people like Davi Vanity and whatnot online trying to recreate and rebrand themselves and succeeding? Because you guys are spending so much damn time on Gabby Hannah when that energy, that's good energy, could go to really bad people, really shitty people online. And they said, well, it's not like I just go after Gabby Hannah. And then I went through their tweets, and it's all Gabby Hannah. They never mentioned Davi Vanity once. They don't mention Onision once. They don't stalk Onision's page, but they sure as hell stalk Gabby Hannah's page. Before Gabby Hannah went private, holy shit, she posted a fucking painting, and this person went off and made a thread in the comments. Why are you guys spending all this useful energy that could be used to really take down really, really bad people? I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I don't get how it's so easy for people to just dig and dig and dig and dig and dig at Gabby fucking Hannah. It just makes no sense to me. But you know what? You know why you guys don't? You know why you spend your time on Gabby Hannah? It's because people like HelloLeesh, who constantly talk about Gabby Hannah and only Gabby Hannah, and it's juicy drama. Don't get me wrong, it's juicy. It's juicy drama. But it's juicy drama. So you don't care about any of the people that she affected. You just care because it's juicy drama. You're not out for victims. You're not mental health advocates. You're just people who like juicy drama. And I understand that. But when you don't admit it to yourself, that that's the whole reason why you go after Gabby so hard, then there's a problem. Anyways, there's a lot to say. Oh, and by the way, HelloLeesh. Keemstar, Nicholas DiOrio, Vega, who's not white, Turkey Tom, and anybody else who invites Gabby Hannah onto their podcast wasn't invited because Gabby Hannah made them. And Gabby Hannah doesn't talk to them because they're males. Gabby Hannah talks to them because they support Gabby Hannah. If you supported Gabby Hannah would reach out to you. When Creepshow Art was supporting Gabby Hannah reached out to her. Do you see? You get it? Yeah? God. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And we'll see who we talk about next.